Hello and welcome to Scorpion's Adventures. It is me, Scorpion, and welcome to another Minecraft video. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Long time ago I did a Twitch stream where I built a Blaze XP farm over here in the Nether in a fortress. So what I'm doing right now is I've edited down that stream, and I'm going to put together this nice little tutorial video to show you kind of what I did in building a Blaze XP farm, and showing you some of the steps that I went through. Now, the great thing about a blaze farm is, one, it's great for XP, but also two, it helps you get blaze rods. Blaze rods are helpful as a fuel for furnaces and so forth, but it's also good, necessary actually, for brewing with the brewing stand, and some other items that we can get into at a later point. So here what I'm doing is I'm just building the ceiling portion of the farm, and periodically what has happened is a ghast would come by and spot me and blow up a portion. Like right here, I've managed to kill a ghast, and it's already blown up a section of my spawner. Oh! And here is me falling, probably the first time I fell into the lava lake that's around this fortress. Now, important thing to mention is when you are building in the Nether and you're going to be anywhere near lava, it's highly recommended that you have plenty of bottles of fire resistance potion. So here, I'm just going to get back to land, and I've somehow made my way back up, and I pillared up actually. Now, there's two different ways you can do your brewing potions. You can have them as splash, or you can have them as a drink. Now, early on I had them as a splash potion, but what I would recommend is you make them as a drinkable potion. The reason is that when you fall into the lake, there's nothing for you to actually throw the bottle against, so you don't get the splash, you don't get the effect. Drinking it gets you that effect. Now here I'm just going to build in the roof and start to get the walls together, and as I'm doing that, what I will do is I'll do a little bit of work here, and then I'm going to bring you back when I've got a bit more work done. But I'm trying at this point to block off at least one side of this farm, so then the blazes that are all around me don't really bug me. So here I've already got almost a bunch of walls in place, just working on filling in the ceiling. And where this has been set up, or where the spawner was found, I did have to create a little platform over the lava lake. And while I was on my stream, this little platform got blown up so many times by visiting ghasts. It was quite frustrating. I did go into the lava lake many times, but yeah. So I'm building this out of glass, and it's nice and see-through. And then here now I'm starting to build the tunnel for the blazes to fall down, because similar to all the other XP farms that you build, so whether it's skelly, whether it's spider, zombie, what you want to do is you want to funnel the mobs to a certain point and then have them fall down, so that you can get them into like a killing space, and you can go ahead and take them out. So what I'm doing is bringing the floor of the XP farm down to about at least 4 blocks below the spawner. 4 is probably the minimum. You can go a little bit more, but you don't want to go too far down because, again, you're going to also have a little bit further of a drop for the funnel, if you want to call it that, where you're also going to stand and kill them. So you still want to be within striking distance of the spawner so that it's activated by your presence. Right now, I am just hollowing out that funnel and putting kind of a glass column around where I am working, and just trying to get this in place now. Bit of a trial and error as I do this. And it doesn't help that I'm on fire, the glass is on fire. But having this built, I was also at this point getting a bit tired of being up above and hoping that, you know, being underground here would give me a little bit of a reprieve from all the ghasts, all of the blazes coming out and attacking me. And this spawner feels like it is a bit close to the edge, so I do need to do a bit of shift clicking to make sure that I don't fall when I am building out sections of the farm. Now, I do a fair bit of work here clearing out and identifying the workable space that I have before I start actually completing the floor of the farm. And I constantly am checking up above to make sure that the column that I am building is in line with the spawner. And then I also want to make sure that I'm counting the right number of blocks out so that I can keep the walls and the dimensions as I want it to. And here I'm building a 2x2 column, whereas with the zombie spawner that I did, the other video I've done before, that one was just a 1 block column. But blazes are, they kind of float around, they don't drop like typical zombies do, so you want a little bit of extra space to make sure that they are able to funnel down. And then I'll show you later how you can try and prevent them from going up. Now see, that's the column I kept using to pillar my way back up every time I took a little bit of a bath in the lava lake. And here I'm measuring out the space that I want until I get to the border, and I'm using diorite as the border stone for this farm. I don't do a lot of builds with diorite, and I figured in this build, why not give it a try and use it. And so this next part, I'm just going to be filling in the space, and I'll bring you back when I've got more done. And here, I'm now starting to expand outwards. This was nice because there was plenty of surface underneath me, so I can build without having to shift click my way out. And making sure I count the right number of blocks. And then expand it just one more row. And then we'll get the diorite in here. There we go. And I'll bring us back when I've got quite a bit more work done. Okay, so here I've got quite a bit of the floor done, and I'm now, actually all the floor done, and now I'm working on the side walls. And I noticed after I built the floor that the original portion of the ceiling I built just a touch too small, so what I'm going to have to do is build this all up and then remove all of that inner section later. But building with the blazes active all around you is a bit tricky. There are ways to shortcut that, you know, change your survival settings so that you you have it more in a creative friendly zone, but I didn't want to do that. And now we're at the part where I am starting to build the column down to my killing floor. So what I'm doing is I'm dropping this 4 blocks from the base of the, so 2, 3, and then one more block would be the 4th, and I'm making this 4 blocks below the bottom of the farm's floor, because again, I don't want to be too far away from the actual spawner when I'm in the killing chamber. And this is just me being a bit finicky to try and get this space all done and wrapped up nice and tidy. And here now I'm going to be building out my killing floor. So I'm just bringing it back quite a few blocks, and then in that space I'm going to have hoppers, and then chests. So I put a double chest down, and then I'm going to put hoppers in its place. So again, the mechanism to do that is you want to shift, because you can't do a normal, oh, ow, wither, ow. Away with you, sir. And blazes up above. But as I was saying, you can't just right click and place the hopper, because it'll actually open up the chest. So you want to shift, place the hopper, and I always do the chest first, then I do the hoppers. And like all the other farms, I'll put a slab on top, so just so that you don't have any kind of issues with the hoppers. And then I put 2 blocks of glass in place there, so that as the blazes fall down, all they're seeing, or all I'm seeing, is their feet, and they don't see me, and they can't really attack. And right now I'm going to be putting some crimson trapdoors right underneath the glass, because I want to minimize as much space that the blazes can see and try and get at me. And now I need to step my way up and out of my killing floor, because you need a way to get in and a way to get out. And oops, looks like I'm not going out that way. So I guess instead of trying to stair my way out, I am going to have to use a ladder. So I just need to count and make sure that I am, when I place this the ladders, that I'm far enough away from the floor of the spawner, so that I do not, try to tunnel my way up. All right, here we go. So put that in place. Great. So that is actually perfect. I'm right at the edge of the farm. And now I'll have to get some ladders, but for now I'm just going to pillar my way up. And I still have a fair bit of the walls to do along the side. So what I'm going to do is I'll do a bit of cleanup first, get my stairs so that I can get out of here. But, ow, and I'm going to block off my stairs down so nothing surprises me when I go back in there. And I'm going to clear out this space and start finishing up the walls. And once I've got all of that done, I will bring you back and we'll see what our progress is. Okay, I will be back in a moment. Okay, Now here I am, I've completed everything, I just have one more block to put down, and I've only got a piece of polished diorite left, so I'm going to use that. And here, as you can see, the inside of the farm is all cleaned up and all enclosed, but the spawner is still active and I have blazes. So I'm going to clear out the blocks. Now I had to put some blocks there because I kept falling down, and it was really annoying. So I closed it off so that I would stop falling down into the hole. I did have to break apart some of the killing floor below. Now what we do is, instead of using water in the nether, water evaporates, we're going to use lava to have the blazes kind of flow their way to the execution column, if you want to call it that. And you're going to put a bucket in each of the 4 corners. I will try to do that, but right now I have some friends who want to play. There we go. Before I do that though, if I were to put the buckets right now into the corners, they would flow all the way into this and create a lava waterfall, well, not waterfall, but a lava flow down the killing tube, killing column. So I'm putting some crimson trapdoors. You can't use regular trapdoors because they will burn up. So the crimson wood will not burn up, so we're going to use that. And then now we can place the lava buckets in the corner. Alright, so we've got one. Make sure your fire resistance potion is all topped up. So here I'm drinking another bottle because I'm kind of, floating in some lava right now. And now we're going to place, nope, not yet. We really want to place this next bucket, but we got a lot more friends. So proof that this is working. Once we get this all done, we're going to have lots of blazes to get the blaze rods that we need and get the XP that we need. And this is perfect for mending your tools once you're in the nether. You don't have to run to your overworld farms. Right. Let's get some food in us. Place the bucket. And then do this corner here. Okay. And then we're going to quickly do this other one. There we go. Now the lava is flowing out into our space where we're going to stand and kill them, but I will put some glass right there. That should clear out the lava flow. And then block this off. And then now I'm going to take out the pillar that I used to get up. And then head down, and we'll give this a nice little test. And then now we're testing out the farm. So the blazes are flowing their way down. All I see are their feet. They don't see me. And we're taking them out. We're mending. The sword's getting mended. My armor's getting mended. And I'm gaining a little bit of XP along the way. So in a few short seconds, I already have 36 blaze rods. My fire resistance is doing quite well. So let's look at putting our stairs up. So we got 2. Let's do the other 2 there. Excellent. Put the rest of our ladders away. Empty our pockets a little bit. And then let's go and get some more. Now I'm finding that these trapdoors are kind of getting in the way, so I'm going to take care of these trapdoors, take them out completely, because without them I still have enough clearance that the blazes won't be able to attack me, but I have a little bit more clearance in hitting the blazes. So I like this a lot more. So you don't necessarily need the trapdoors in this space. In here, I'm just going to be hitting away for a little bit, clear out this dense gathering of blazes, and we'll see how much XP, how many blaze rods we get in this short amount of time. And like I said, this kind of farm is perfect to have in the Nether. It's a little overpowered, but it's great because if you are doing a lot of work and you need to do some mending, you don't have to head back to the overworld. If you're close enough to this farm, you can come here and clean it up. And there we go, 48 in, gosh, I don't even know how many seconds I was, maybe 30. And then that's it, and that's all we said. And put trap doors there so I can easily get in and out. Well, this is Scorpion signing off, saying I hope you enjoyed this Minecraft video on building a blaze spawner. If you did, hit that like button down below, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, feel free to subscribe, and I really appreciate the support. And also it'll help you get updates on future videos, and check out some of the other playlists. And feel free to drop a comment in the section below with any feedback you have on the video, questions you might have, or things you'd like to see in the Minecraft world. And this is Scorpion saying thank you very much, and I hope you had yourself a great day. Bye.